as I wait silently and patient for my actual collectible box for Sparking Zero. At least one thing came out of October 11th, which is Dragonball Daima. I actually am pretty happy to see the show starting out. Heard some stuff here and there. I didn't want to listen to too much reviews because I kind of wanted to have my own opinion on this than hear others. But I will say though, the community is very hyped for this and very emotional about some stuff. I can see where the community is coming from, especially with the Boo saga, which I'm not gonna lie, I actually really enjoyed seeing it once again. All those scenes, the iconic ones, it was really awesome just to go through it. Now, even though episode 1 is called Conspiracy, it's kind of more of just a recap of what's been happening lately. It definitely does not show off exactly way too much than what you're probably expecting out of the first episode. Now, even though we do get to know that King Goma is going to be a big role in this, of course, because he does make the wish for the Z-Fighters to literally become kids once again, and the little kids to be babies. Now we all know the conspiracy theory on why that happened. Now we know that they became babies and also the adults became children. Now the reason King Goma thought of this was because of Dr. Arinsu. If people don't know too much about this, and I apologize if this is going to be a bit of a spoiler, but Supreme Kai had two younger siblings, which is Degesu and Dr. Arinsu. Now Dr. Arinsu seems like the type that could cause trouble for King Goma, because after she found out that Deborah died from the incident that Boo ate him, she pretty much was trying to threaten him by saying, if you don't pay me, something could happen. And who knows, maybe those fighters that you just watched might randomly show up all of a sudden and, you know, might come after you. I'm not saying anything. That's why King Goma thought, why don't we make them children, keep them younger, and then that way they can't fight me, but also at the same time, if I get the third eye, I can be stronger if they do try to come at me. So for them to get the Dragon Balls, they took the elderly Namek from Demon Realm and brought them to Earth, so then that way if anything happens, at least he can take care of it, and that way they can make sure the wish happens. Now, even though they do have Dragon Balls in the Demon Realm, they are protected by the Tamagami, which was created by this Namekian. So unfortunately, King Goma could not use the Dragon Balls, which nobody has used them, as they said, for thousands of years. So the only way they thought of was to go to Earth, use the Dragon Balls, and that way they can save themselves. Now, I will say, even though I did speculate that we thought that we were going to get these brand new Dragon Balls that we did see in the trailer, unfortunately, those were not the new Dragon Balls, but they were the Dragon Balls being brought to the area. So that was very fascinating to see the Namekian do that, because we never got to see that really happen in the show, especially make them from going to stone back to original, except I think the only time something similar happened to that was when Dende was fixing Shenron, but besides that, I think that was the only case that they got the Dragon Balls early. But right before they were going to make the wish, Dende finds out that the Namekians are actually originated from the Demon Realm, which technically they are demons, just like Demon Piccolo. Yeah, so we finally get to hear that they are not just Namekians, they are actually demons as well. So that's why I thought it was very intriguing to hear that them bring that back, because that goes right back to the King Piccolo from Dragon Ball, which is the Demon King. And I think that's very intriguing to see them that plot into the show, because now we're getting more speculations than what we've heard for a very long time. Piccolo just saying that back in the day to call himself a demon, or is he actually a demon? So now we have confirmation now, literally from this guy, saying that yes, they are originated from the Demon Realm, so they are demons after all. Now, even though, yes, it ends off pretty much where he makes the wish and then everybody at the party turns into kids, I do want to talk a few things that I kind of question of what's happening here. Now, I do feel like Dr. Arinsu is going to be the big target for this show, even though, yes, King Goma is probably going to get his beating down by Goku and stuff. We already know what's going to happen. But I also feel like there's something going on with Dr. Arinsu, especially with her projects or her experiments or whatever you want to call it, her research, especially since she's been going to Universe 7 a lot, apparently. So, very intriguing to see where that's going to take the show. But also at the same time, what has she been doing this whole time? And even they speculate in the show of what's going on. Why is she doing that? And yes, even though they were getting literally told to hurry the hell up by a fish, still they were speculating to see what's happening. And another thing I will speculate is the Black Wishes. Now, I don't know if that's supposed to be a reference to the Dragon Ball GT with the Black Star Dragon Balls, or either that or they're calling it that because it's something that is like a taboo, saying like you cannot do this with the Dragon Balls. This is against the rules, the laws, and everything. So these specific ones will be called the Black Wishes on this list. So nobody can use these, unfortunately. But besides that, the show was great. I still enjoy it either way. I did watch this show literally 3 times just to make sure I understood exactly what's going on and be fresh for this when I was recording. I wanted to make sure I understood every speculation of what's going on in the show, then just give you my take on what I think is happening and then just go from there, because I feel like there's a lot more to it than just doing a review, literally just sitting down watching the show and then go straight to recording, because I feel like there's a lot more take to the show than more than what meets the eye. So that's why I wanted to make sure that, yes, even though when I first watched it, I was like, okay, cool, that was a great episode, but that was me when I felt tired, and I still felt like that wasn't enough. So that's why I did another one the next day to see how I felt when I was more wide awake and ready for the show. And yes, I'm still hyped for the show. I'm still excited to see what's going to happen with the show. I'm just excited that the show is back in general, because one, who doesn't want to see what's going to happen in this show, right? And plus also people are speculating with the whole Patara earrings now, because first off in Super they're saying that, you know, it's only a 30-minute thing because of power-wise, but now they're also saying that in Daima that it is the Boo, like, fumes or something. So I'm not entirely sure. Maybe that is a thing with God powers, maybe because they got way too overpowered, so they split, unfortunately. Or maybe it is the fumes after all. I don't know. But the only thing, though, is that then it takes out Super's 30-minute thing to that. So I'm not entirely sure what's going on. So a lot of fans are really confused on what's happening. Like, did they just retcon Super? Or did they just say that this show is not part of the show or the timeline or something? So there's a lot of confused people here, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of wondering the same thing as well. But also, like I said, there's a lot of things from this first episode that we don't know about yet, and I would hope to God they do talk more about this stuff in the next few episodes, or even just the show in general. Even if we get to the last episode and they just say a few things about stuff, or they show it getting close to the final episodes, then that's better than nothing. But that, I would love to hear more of why there is a Black Wish thing happening, and I would love to know what Dr. Arinsu is doing, like what's her experiments and stuff like that. And plus also, we need just confirmation from the company itself to literally talk about the retcon of the fusions. So something's off there, but that will probably be for another video to figure out what's going on. But other than that, guys, hope you guys are watching. Hit like for more, subscribe new, of course. And I will see you all, of course, in the next videos. Peace out, everybody. Have a great day.